Hello Capricorn, and welcome to your weekly reading. We're going to take a look at the sun, moon, and rising sign of Capricorn. I hope you guys are doing great because there is some beautiful energy shifts getting ready to take place, and we're going to look at that in a separate energy shift live reading. If you would like that, please thumbs up this video to let me know you would like to see that. And we're going to take a look at general reading, love, career, finance. Now, general means it could be your life, it may be your partner's life, it may be somebody that you know, and not directly you, but definitely attached to you. So we're going to start off looking at your energy and what's going on with you. As we go forward, we'll pull in the detail, and at the end of this reading we're going to take a look at love, couples, and singles. So we're starting off with this amazing card right here, and this is the shift. All right, this is what I'm talking about, the energy shift. And you saw I just shuffled the cards and pulled them out. I didn't plan this, because the shift can be felt from internally, a little slight rumbling inside of your tummy and your whole body for some of you, feeling not so well physically, maybe having some headaches, maybe having some nausea as we do these energy shifts, because this is a big one coming in. It's part of your destined path, what you're going through at this time in your life. Now, I feel for a lot of you, with this Knight of Swords, this is taking a risk and moving in a completely different direction. So the horse is actually going this way if you're looking at the tarot. But what I'm guided to tell you is you are taking a step up and to the right. Okay, now what that means for you, I don't know. Let us know in the comments. We love to hear your comments. You have somebody coming in that's going to fly in from out of the blue for some of you, and it is going to be amazing, and we're going to look at that. But this is about you being in a place where you are aware and you're awoken to your own authentic self. This is coming to that point where you can see your own right and wrong, where you are accountable for anything that you've done in your life. This is a moment for you to step on the horse and take that courageous, bold move into something that you may have feared in the past. So that could be telling somebody the truth about how you feel, because you may have been through a really painful situation where you harbored all that inside. You didn't speak it, but now you're going to, all right? And if it isn't you, it could be, like I said, your partner. It may be somebody, maybe it's your own child and their partner, and they're going through this in their own relationship. The Four of Swords is taking that break after we've been through a really painful situation. And that's what I mean. This is an awakening moment for you. So whatever took place between you and this person, whether it be family, romance, even career, this was an awakening moment, and it exhausted you. Through the energy shift itself, like I said, you may not be feeling very well. And so it's important to rest your mind, get mental clarity back again. Our brains can only do so much, you know, like if you do numbers all the time, you have to have physical sleep in order to rejuvenate that mental process. It's not like you can sit down and veg out and watch TV for an hour and feel like we're ready to go again. Normally, we need actual sleep for the mind. Resting the mind, resting the body will help you feel better as you go through this energy shift, because you've really been through a lot. And this is about bravery right here. Anytime we see a horse in the tarot, because the tarot represents everyday life, is what it represents. This is a moment for you to jump on that shiny new vehicle, the shiny new you, and try it out. They have a coat of armor on, and you may be wearing a coat of armor that because of what you went through, and that's okay as long as you take forward movement. Follow your intuition, because this is a destined path for you, what you're getting ready to do. All right, let's put some detail on this. For some reason, I'm a little breathy, so you guys might be having a little difficult time breathing, some of you. I didn't have it in the other readings, but I am getting it in your reading. Now that could have to do with the blocked communication. So when we have something we want to say and we don't say it, we can kind of take our breaths, become shallow, right? And it could be about fear, but I don't think so. I don't think so at all. We have the the 9 of Swords, the 10 of Pentacles, and both of these cards wanted to come out, the 7 of Wands and the King of Wands. So, this is fear, all right? Fear of making this change, but it's not to worry. And I don't think it's actual fear. I think it's more anxiety. It's the stress associated. Am I doing it right? Am I going in the right direction? And, you can always book a service with me. I've just opened them back up again. Whatever it is has to do with your security. It has to do with your career. It has to do with your family and the root of who you are. When I was saying that you've awoken, this card is saying absolutely, you woke up. And you can see patterns, rhythmic patterns coming into your life. There is a lot of energy shift going on, and it is really going to bring in heightened senses for every single person. Now, this 7 of Wands is creating new boundaries when it comes to a relationship, particularly with the King of Wands. This is you saying, okay, get back, I'm not ready. And when you're ready, you're going to go forward. But it's also drawing up a new plan, drawing up new guidelines, drawing up a new direction with this destiny. Okay, destiny is changing your course. It's rewriting your story in a way that you want it, so you can have this right here. You want the 10 of Pentacles because that's when everything's raining down and it comes into the material world. That includes love, that includes education, career, finances, everything possible, family as well. So here is the King of Wands right here, and some of you are dealing with the King of Wands. You might be dealing with a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius individual, an Aries, a Leo, or a Sagittarius. And take a look, if you are, look at their videos. I urge you to look at as much as you can because they are general readings. So it's not going to be 100% for your life, although sometimes they are. Most of the time it's pieces of these readings that are. And that's how you get all of it together. So as you move forward, whoever this King of Wands is, they're very alluring and they are very magnetizing. You may be getting on that horse to go talk to him and say, look, dude, dudette, I am tired of feeling nervous about the security of my family, about my life in general. So this is drawing up a new contract in your career and saying we're going to do it different, asking for a pay raise and wondering if they're actually going to do it. We do see the King of Wands' back is to you when you're looking at the tarot, and I feel that's what took place in the past, and that's why these two cards came together. This is like saying, putting in writing, I want what I feel I deserve, and this King of Wands will turn around and look at it. Now, whether you get it or not, it's going to be uniquely different for each and every one of you. But the King of Wands is a very captivating individual, and they are a good talker because they say words that capture us in our mind, they capture us in our soul, in our heart, throughout everything. They're so enticing and mesmerizing to watch. This is somebody who has a lot of intellect, and you with that Knight of Swords, whoever you're dealing with, they do know how to communicate, although it can be choppy and spotty. So they may open up and share a whole lot of stuff, and then all of a sudden they don't. When it comes to your career, you are going to ask, for some of you, you're getting ready to ask for a raise and you're nervous about it, wondering if this is the right thing to do. Follow your own gut. With this card, you're changing your destiny by asking for that promotion, that raise, but only you can make that choice, right? You have to follow what it feels right inside of you. So write it down and reflect on it when it comes to your career. Now we're going to look at family right here. Here's the detail on the family. We've got the 9 of Cups. We have the 4 of Swords again, and the Page of Wands. Some of you definitely are dealing with some fire in your chart, and that's exciting to deal with people like that but also that fire in their chart can make them really feisty. And you, being a Capricorn, you're very earthbound, and you may not like to fight. So this, and I mean argue, okay? I don't mean like, you know, bad fight, like sword fights. Although it could be that way for some, but that's not really coming through in this reading at all. So we don't want to dispute that. Some of you are dealing with somebody that wore you out, and although they are what you truly want, I feel this is a family member or a romantic partner that may have been overindulging in fun stuff. You know what I mean? That could be going out and partying all the time, maybe over drinking, over socializing, because they have that lovely wands energy about them. They exhausted you, whatever was going on with this family. They may have been doing it behind your back and you didn't see it. We have cards saying they did it behind your back, all right? But when you go through and you rest your mind, you're going to be able to see clearly why this happened in your life. And it doesn't mean that you did anything right or wrong. Possibly neither did they. It means that the two of you were not on the same page. This is writing out something brand new. And the Eight of Wands, which the 7 and this 1 is going to be the Eight of Wands. You're going to be able to communicate exactly what you want in this situation. So, yeah, I think somebody was just, you know, really, they wore you out. You know, if this is work, they wore you out. And it's time for you to ask for the raise. If it's a family member, and we again are going to look at love in just a minute, but let's see what comes in for you guys in. We have the 5 of Swords, the 4 of Wands, and the 7 of Pentacles. So yeah, when we're talking about relationships, okay, with the 4 of Wands, that is relationships overall in general. And some of you, this could be relocating to a brand new place, all right? And there's some anxiety attached to it. You know, a little trepidation. Is this actually where I want to be? And you can feel it inside of you. You're very good at connecting to the ground, all right, energetically. And if you want to learn how to do that, you can go to my website too. And find out if you're in that right location, right, by just tapping into yourself. The 7 of Wands is a person who actually is going through their own, what we refer to as the dark night of the soul. In the human world, that is analyzing everything we've done, every person we've been around, right, wrong, or indifferent. It's going into the depth of the things that we have hidden beneath. And I feel you're dealing with somebody in a relationship that has done that. And that created the quarreling, the arguing, you know, that fighting that I was talking about. But it is going to be okay. You guys have an opportunity getting ready to come in. But these are the challenges that are here. With these challenges is a period of growth, a period of new movement, all right? And that's why that beautiful card is out saying you're changing your cycle. So we have the Knight of Wands, getting on your horse and taking action. In and out kind of energy, whoever this was going through these adversities, all right? The one that you were quarreling with may have very well been popping in and leaving, taking what they want and then leaving. And there is some negativity that you've been through, but this is that moment where you're shifting everything and you're going to do it on your own, which is amazing. Well done. This 2 of Swords is saying you can figure this out, all right? You know exactly what to do. And we have, again, 2 cards that came out on this side. The 3 of Wands. You've been planning and preparing, and you're getting ready to move into a better place for you. So I love this. That's what I mean. You are literally changing the destiny of your own life right now. You're rewriting your life. You're rewriting your path and what direction you want to go in a career. And definitely when it comes to a family or a romantic person around you. So let's take a look, and if you like my reading, please subscribe and thumbs up this video. And again, if you want me to do the energy shift readings, I'd be happy to do them. But right now we're going to take a look at couples, and then we're going to look at singles. So if you are in a relationship right now, You feel very connected to that person. That might be why there is the back and forth energy. And it's draining when somebody comes in and gets what they want and leaves. They leave us feeling empty and raw. And yet you feel so deeply connected to them. You already know who this person is, and there really is a deep attraction to each other. It's real love with this person, and you do want them to come back. But this time you want them to come back and stay. You want this relationship again. The two of you, when you met, you had this unbelievable connection, and now it may have kind of fizzled down, which most relationships do. But the beauty about a past life type of a scenario is it can come right back anytime we want it to. It doesn't necessarily leave forever. It's what we decide in our own way of thinking. So as you rest your mind, you're going to become clear on whether or not you want this person because you feel they are part of your destiny. So let's take a look at singles, because you are getting ready to meet not one, but two people, and we have heart-to-heart conversation. You're going to meet somebody that's going to captivate you, and they're really going to draw your attention. You're going to want to listen to everything they say and sit there for hours and hours and have these deep, intimate conversations, talking about childhood stuff, talking about your favorite foods, your favorite places to go, and listening to them because they are filled with adventure. This is somebody that is, probably well-traveled, or they may even live in a different location. So single Capricorns, this is really amazing energy. I hope I didn't say Taurus earlier, but I may have. Sorry about that. I'll get a lot of scuff on that if I said the wrong word. But heart-to-heart conversation is you really getting to know this person on a core level, and it's going to be beautiful. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful week. Much love.